What up, what up, what up? This is Mike the Philosopher here with another one. This one is family or fiance, okay? Didn't really get a response on the love goals, so decided to switch it up a little bit for family and fiance. See if y'all like this one. I'm not gonna hold you, let's go in.
What are you nervous about?
You. It doesn't make sense to him why my family needs me and I need my family.
This is shocking me that it's like us excluded. Is that what you want?
She was born with a silver spoon in her mouth. Don't tell me she wasn't done right.
At this juncture in my life, you shouldn't be my person if I'm really going to get married.
I'm not gonna do this.
What is it?
Don't get it. How you feeling about this?
I have anxiety.
For real? Mm-hmm. Do you want to turn back now?
I think it's a little late. I'm Monique.
And I'm Sammy.
And we're getting married.
And we've been together for 6 years now.
We are restaurateurs. He was the executive chef. He hired me as a general manager.
And I was just like, wow, I could really make Monique into something.
You are absolutely nuts.
This is a product of me.
He was the only person I knew that worked as hard, if not harder than I did. I had never met anybody that had the same work ethic.
I knew I had somebody that wouldn't quit on me. And I think I fell in love with that. What are you nervous about?
You. You and Connie are the two.
I don't feel accepted by Monique's family. I don't force my own family to like me and act with me, so I'm not gonna definitely not gonna force somebody else's family.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of people think that their behavior is justified, and it's not.
My hope for the next few days is that there's some understanding.
But maybe we'll get some resolve, you never know.
I pray, that's my prayer.
Maybe this lady could work magic and take our brains out and throw them away and put new brains in. Wow, look at this. This
Nice,
is amazing.
right?
I feel like we've made it.
Wow. This is
Hello.
amazing.
Hey, how you
Welcome
doing?
to Family or Fiance.
How you doing?
Lovely
How
house.
are you guys?
This is
Hey.
beautiful.
It's all yours.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
How's it been so far?
It's been.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're ready
We've
to
seen
work.
better.
You're ready to work. Go in, take a look around, get used to your surroundings. You can meet me in my office and we'll get started.
All
Yes,
right.
ma'am.
All right.
Let's do it. Oh, wow.
This is dope.
Look at that kitchen, Sam.
Yeah.
Can't wait for you to cook us some stuff.
Oh my gosh, I'll kill this kitchen.
Gorgeous.
You want my love?
Thank you.
Come on in.
Thank you.
Have a seat. So first of all, I just want to say congratulations on your engagement.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for
Big
having us.
move, putting two families together
Who you telling?
or not.
Trying to.
So how long did you date before the engagement?
3 years.
Okay, long time. And now you guys have a professional and a personal relationship. What's that like to have
It's mostly
both those?
professional.
That's the problem. Yeah.
Tell me what that means. That
We
means
talk
you don't
more
have
business.
sex enough?
Yeah, no, we don't have sex enough. And we've done a bad job about focusing on us as a couple instead of us as business owners. Even my family, friends, like, why do you work like that?
Is that part of the problems with the families now?
Yes.
I think her family needs her.
I need them.
Okay. What's wrong with that?
Oh, it feels like we're playing tug of war with somebody.
It doesn't make sense
Right.
to him because he grew up without a family, had a horrible childhood. So there's a disconnect there.
Why don't you tell me a little bit more about your childhood?
We
You
were just beat.
You were physically abused.
We got the crap beat out of us. And we wasn't really given food. I had a really bad upbringing, really abusive home. I hit the streets at an early age, and I was just a really, really bad, lost young man.
That's a lot to come through.
But you come through it, though.
Sort of. And then it's still there. But without dealing with things from the past, they come into the marriage. I'd like to hear who's
Yeah, you
coming.
can tell yourself.
On my side, my daughter Kiara's coming, Alexia, my daughter, and my sister Didi.
I'm a little anxious to see. I'm nervous to see everybody. Yeah. It's been a minute since everybody's been in the same room.
Kiara is just crazy in the head. She's my daughter, but I call her like I see it. She is not satisfied to see me with anybody.
What's her specific problems with Monique?
With Monique?
I don't know.
We don't know.
And I kind of would like to get to the bottom of that.
Okay.
Like, why do I have a lack of relationship with Kiara? Because I have I feel, pretty decent relationship with Alexia.
Oh.
Yeah.
So who's coming from your family?
From my family is my mother, my son, Jamin, and my sister, Connie.
I'm worried that, you know, some people may not respond well to other people's truth. Like, somebody might just say how they honestly feel, and then somebody might take it the wrong way.
My mother, her issue is just my happiness. My son, same thing.
They don't think you're going to be happy here?
I don't know.
Who's your third person?
My sister, Connie. She never liked Sammy from the beginning, and Sammy never liked her. And it's another relationship that Sammy doesn't understand.
The closer that we got, the less access does she think she's going to have
That's
to
interesting.
Monique.
That's all in your mind, sis.
I'm starting to understand. So what would you want to get out of this?
I would like some unity. Like, that would feel good to me.
How about you, Sammy?
Just to know if I'm the problem.
Here's what I find in this process. The families usually have a problem with you guys because there's something in there they see that needs to get worked on, because they're a mirror. Here's what's gonna happen. Families are gonna arrive, then you're gonna have the family meeting. That's gonna be the first time you're gonna hear what their issues are. Then you're gonna do your tasks, working out the issues that need to be addressed. We will meet here each morning, unpack how things went. I'll give you some new tasks. And hopefully at the end of the 3 days, you'll get 6 blessings.
Can we get to the last day?
Yeah. I'm gonna give you your task first, Monique. You're gonna do something called Cocktails and Conversations with Sammy's family. You're gonna make drinks, they're gonna write down their concerns, and you guys are gonna talk it out.
Okay.
Sammy, your task is to play a game called What If with Monique's family. They're gonna write down what if scenarios, and then you're gonna answer. You can put questions on cards as well. What I love about this is that you're gonna be forced to go into things that maybe you've been trying to avoid. So your families are on the way.
Cool. You mean right now?
Yes, they are. It's gonna be a great day.
All right.
6-burner stove with the griddle to die for.
Good. You can make a good dinner.
Yeah, if I'm cooking, I don't have to talk. I gotta hear what Connie's issue is. And you know, when me and Connie get to, like, if it goes south, it really goes south, and you know that.
Hello.
There's people in this life who I just genuinely don't like.
But she's family, though.
You keep pushing that envelope, and I keep pushing it right back to you.
Anybody here?
Well, they're expecting us, so.
Because it's not just y'all two involved. Everybody around sees it, too.
Make it real.
The only problem that I have is when you
Somebody's
tell
at the door.
Oh, what happened?
Somebody's at the door.
Who's supposed to answer the door?
Us.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey. How you doing? Come on in.
Haven't seen you in days.
Welcome to my new home.
The first time I met Sammy, he said, hey, and walked away.
Yeah, that sounds about right. You could sunbathe out here, Mo.
Slater, you might want to stay in when I get in the pool because I brought my thong.
My main concern is just my mother's happiness.
But I don't want to fake and shake. If we're gonna if we're gonna be
able to
a
talk to
family,
me.
let's be family. Jamin thought you guys were already married.
How did you not? Jamie.
That's what
Did
we
you
said.
miss the wedding, James?
Yeah, I had it all messed up.
Oh, we got more people here.
The princesses are here.
Party's here.
Queen Vicky. Queen Vicky.
I am a daddy's girl. Definitely. I'm spoiled rotten. He gives me everything I want. So my first impression of Monique was like, what is she doing here? What's that back there?
Toilet.
Oh, okay.
That's where I'll be.
Exactly. That's where Sammy has spent most of his time.
It was weird because it started more so as a work relationship.
I don't know if there is enough definition between their relationship and the business.
Now let's talk about the creatures back here, because you know, you guys.
Seems pretty clear There's some family turmoil on the bride's side. Mama like, look, if we're gonna be a family, okay? Don't we ain't gonna fake and shake. I think that's a term she used. The son like, look, I just care if my mother's happy, that's it. I rock with that. I totally get that. But on the groom side, I don't see nothing but females on the groom side. His daughter, I think a couple of his daughters and his sister. And I said this in another episode. I think I said this in The Never Ever Met. I said, whoever the nucleus of the family is, it's going to be hard to be with that person. I said that about Diamond being the nucleus of her family with her sister, her daughter, and you got to answer to a whole lot of people if you want to take her off the market, Aaron, right? I haven't seen this before, but I'm starting to think the same thing about the groom here. His daughter, very spoiled, very entitled. I get everything I want. I'm a daddy's girl all day. I walked in and said, who is this chick? Okay. He is an executive chef, probably the nucleus of his family, spoils his daughters, a big part of his sister's life. His sister is concerned with the business. Okay. Don't nobody want no woman coming in and stopping no money or no, how should I say, them getting spoiled by this dude. Okay. I don't want no woman coming in and messing up our program because we got it good with him. The daughters, the sisters, everybody. Again, I'm not necessarily saying that is the case, but that's what I see preliminary, like in a preliminary here. I see that he's going to be the nucleus who's taking care of everybody, and everybody going to give you a hard time to pull him away. Let's see how it plays out.
See, there go one right there. It's too close to home. I can't.
Where?
Right there on the steps. I don't got time for them.
It was a lizard on the ground, y'all, in case y'all didn't see that. It was a lizard on the ground. She said she ain't got time for them. Yeah, they must be somewhere. Arizona. Arizona is where I seen the most lizards when I was in Arizona. They might. I'm not sure where they are. But when I went to Arizona, I was like, dang, there's geckos all over the place and lizards and wow. But let's go back in.
Well. Hey guys, how you guys doing?
Hi there.
Thanks for coming out here. As you all know, Mo and I are getting married, and we thought you all had some concerns, and so we wanted to give you guys a chance to speak your piece and address some issues. So, Lex, what are some issues you might have?
I would like to address the fairness with the family across the board. Just make sure everybody's treated and respected the same way, no matter who they are or what role they play in each of your lives.
Dee Dee, what issues might you have?
I have some concerns about what seems to be a lack of boundaries. It's not a clear definition of business versus your intimate relationship.
Kiara, what issues might you have?
Dad, since you've been focusing on your relationship with Monique, I'm just not able to have a regular conversation with you. I want to be able to have a genuine conversation without it being a sense of fakeness, you know?
Me and Kiara, we were really, really close. But at 16, we were just like this.
Right.
And our love for each other wasn't the same. It's like somebody snatched my heart. Good Lord.
Okay. Jamin, what are your issues?
Before y'all get married, keep wherever y'all go through issues, arguments, whatever it may be, just between y'all two.
Okay. Mother, what are your issues?
I understand that you all are trying to build something. I would hope that you learn to separate business from family.
Okay. Miss Connie, what are your concerns?
One of my concerns is that you don't lose yourself in your relationship, business and personal. And then another concern is I just want to know like where I stand with your partner. 1 minute we're like having a good time, and then if we have a disagreement, or I say or do something that he doesn't like, then it's like we're not speaking. It's becoming uncomfortable because I don't know where I stand.
Connie's just somebody who I don't care for. I don't desire to have a relationship with her.
Yeah, but you can at least be cordial when you're around her.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
All right. Let me say this. I don't know what his problem is with her. Decent looking woman. But he don't like her. Short story, y'all. When I was married, my now ex-wife had friends who did not have our marriage best interests at heart. Okay? The friends, and my ex-wife was a woman who was that, what I was talking about earlier, that foundational person who is the nucleus of not only the family, but her friends, everybody. She was the nucleus of everybody. Everybody was pulling at her, right? And she had a friend who practically didn't have a life. She had another friend who was part of the sisterhood who thought she was better. So so my ex-wife had friends who did not have our marriage, didn't respect our marriage. Let's just put it that way. And I would say had a part in our demise. Not blaming it all on them, because the ex made decisions, right? But it's best to keep toxic people away from your situation. No way would I even allow something close to that to happen again. Some people might be tripping because he don't like her. I don't blame him one bit. If you are not for this union here, stay clear and far away. I don't want nothing to do with you. Now, can't necessarily control who your wife is friends with, but you can let it be known that they're not welcome, especially if they're not for the union. Okay? So the fact that he's not feeling her, I totally get it. She's probably negative towards him. There's a reason why he don't like her. There's a clear reason why. Sometimes friends of women always feel like, oh, girl, you can do better. Oh, you deserve this. Like I said in another video, women always telling other women what they deserve. You deserve better. You deserve this. You deserve that. Okay? And don't allow for relationships to self-correct themselves. They put all these, things in a woman's head, all these negative things in a woman's head, and after a while, they start building up a house of negativity, and to the point where your wife or girlfriend, that's all they see is negative now, because they're in the house of negativity that you and her friends helped build. Keep all negative people away. Sometimes that even means family. Okay? Sometimes they can see stuff that we don't see. Family and friends can see stuff that we don't see. I get that. But I will not allow any negative energy, because I know I'm a good guy. I'm a great guy. Okay? A lot of my exes will vouch for that. I'm a good guy, but I'm not going to allow any negativity anymore, because I've seen what it can do. It can destroy. And if this chick is anywhere near being negative towards him, the relationship, because he's pulling energy from her and taking energy away from her friendship from her girl, I don't care about that. As the man, I don't care about that. That's my woman. Go get a hobby. Okay? Go get you a man. Stop trying to mess our situation up because you bored and you want your girlfriend to talk to and go clubbing with. She don't live that life no more. And ladies, y'all got to stop doing that. It's like misery loves company. It's so... It's ridiculous. It's so childish. So childish. I'm not putting this woman on a crucifixion, okay? I don't know the whole dynamics of this situation. She is just an avatar for what I'm talking about, okay? She is just an avatar for what I've seen, what I've experienced, and what I'm talking about. But I don't know her personally. I don't know their situation personally. I'm just saying. He don't like her. It's probably for a good reason. Let's go in.
So we met with Miss Tracy. She gave us some tasks to do. I'm going to get with Monique's family. The task I'm going to do with you all is called What Ifs, where you'll write down some things on a card, put it into a bowl. We'll pick out the things and we'll tackle those what if questions accordingly.
And I'm going to go with Sammy's family to the kitchen and do cocktails and conversation. We also will write some things down on paper that hopefully will address some of the issues that we have.
Okay, so that's it. Let's go do our task, y'all.
Oh yeah, I got some good questions. Hello, Mo.
Oh, isn't this fancy?
Yeah. Margaritas.
All right, I'll pick first. This is for Dee Dee. What sort of boundaries would you want to see?
What works for me may not work for y'all, but I don't know if I could work with my partner, bring home work with my partner. At one particular time, I was at your house. I'm like, oh my God, this never ends. Like, never get a break.
Right.
It's enough issues on the table without that being another thing.
Right.
Yo.
Good afternoon. So, the first question, what if Mo wants to pursue her own passions?
What if she just didn't want to do like the restaurants?
I told her to go do what you want to do. You don't have to work your fingers to the bone.
Oh boy, do you like me?
That's
PR. Do I like you? Yes, I like you. Is there an issue that you have with me personally?
I think everything was like based off my dad, and I'm like, Dad, we have problems. You know, we have to get to know one another.
I think it's important for Sammy to connect to his side of the family more. He has a huge heart, but there are some issues that need to be addressed with his daughters before he
tries to love.
There's no verses.
Yeah.
I want nothing but great things for you.
Start from a clean slate and move forward.
The girls are saying he needs to correct himself with us first before he go out there and start to love. I find that interesting. I don't know his relationship with his daughters. It's probably messed up. I'm sure it could use some work. Okay. But I don't see why he can't walk and chew gum at the same time. It's almost as if these young ladies want to hog their fathers for themselves first. And same reason with the friend, okay? Same way, like when you're dealing with two nucleuses, and when I say nucleus, I mean the middle of the family, the people who everybody practically relies on. When they get together, it's all kind of problems with the satellites, with the moons, with the moons of those people, meaning the daughters, the friends, the parents, people who rotate around them, right? And the daughter is like, look, you got to, we don't want you taking none of your attention to someplace else when you haven't finished your situation here. And I get that, but she already said she's a daddy's girl. She gets spoiled to death. I don't know what else he could do. Really, I don't know what else he could do. So far, the young ladies, especially her, she's coming off a little selfish, if I'm being honest. Let your father live. Let him find an adult love, okay, with a woman that he can appreciate. And everybody got all these concerns. What if she wants, her friend said, what if she wants to pursue something else, something outside of the restaurant? So she's trying to pull her friend out of this situation already with that question. I can kind of see why he ain't feeling her friend that much. But he was like, look, if she want to go out there and do something else, go do it. I don't necessarily need her for that. But if I'm being honest, most of this stuff is built around selfishness. Selfish people who don't want you to spend any of your time, maybe sometimes even money, on someone else when they have been getting spoiled by you for this long. That goes for the daughters, that goes for the friend, that goes for anybody who has a problem with them being together. The most reasonable one I heard so far was the son. He said, look, if y'all have issues, arguments, don't tell nobody but y'all. You keep it to yourselves and work it out. Son seems to be the most reasonable person out of this equation so far. All that being said, let's go back in.
What if we moved out of the country and we were no longer so accessible?
Is that what you want? Us excluded, kind of?
No, that's if you read too deep into it.
I wish that you could be more like family oriented, where you didn't have to feel like it's so really just not needed.
I think it speaks to over accessibility.
We don't have that kind of accessibility in her life. We're not overly involved.
I'll tell you one thing, Connie. I know a few weeks ago you were moving from one place to another. And I know at least for 3-4 days, I was trying to get a conversation with Monique, and she said, I gotta type this letter for Connie. I got up and left out the room.
How important is family to you? Family is important to me. Family is not a priority for him.
For him, yeah.
I'm trying to push an agenda that he doesn't have.
Seeing that he was open to coming on here shows me that everybody is willing to try something different. You know, we don't want to go the same route that we've been going.
The thing about it is, this is shocking me that it's like, the questions is like, away. And I'm like, Jesus.
Y'all know why I cut my family off so quickly like that? Because they were making more withdrawals than deposits.
But that's you. you, Sammy.
That's your dynamic,
And
though.
maybe that's the way they are with you too. But our family, we're not like that.
Wow. Okay, so some heavy stuff was said. The bride-to-be said, I'm into family, he's not. And he said, you know why I cut family off? Because they was making more withdrawals than deposits. This is what I would categorize as being the man problem, okay? Men go through this a ton more than women. I don't even necessarily expect women to understand this, because you can't understand something you can't see, right? But with men, people take a whole lot more than they give. Facts. Ask me how I know, okay? As a man, people so used to taking from a man, they'll take, and they don't even call you for Father's Day. They won't even call you on your birthday, Christmas, whatever you celebrate. Groundhog Day, no calls. I'm kidding. But you know what I'm saying. Anytime you hear from somebody, it's, Dad, can you? Or, hey, can you? Or this, that, and the third. When they need something. That's all men get. And it's always take. They never deposit anything. So a man get tired of that. I'm speaking on behalf of the male delegation, ladies. We get tired of that. Okay? Yes, Mother's Day is more celebrated than Father's Day. Okay? Father's Day coming up, I ain't got... I'm probably not going to hear from none of my kids. And they all love me, I guess. But, and look, I was a good father. I ain't gonna say I was father of the year, but I was a good father. It's just being real. I gave them all the opportunities I could. Okay, but we just don't get, as men, we don't get the deposits. We get withdrawal slips all the time. And it seemed like his daughters is trying to do that now. They're trying to withdraw. I'm wondering what they give him. Do they show him any appreciation? He feels like this for a reason. Okay? He feels like this for a reason. But instead of trying to understand where he's coming from, they're going to rebut that. Why? Because they can't see it. They don't understand. Well, that's not how our family worked. We love on each other. Well, it's all women. Of course you got you're going to deposit in each other. He's a man. Ain't nobody going to deposit into a man. For the most part. So, unfortunately, this guy is fighting a losing battle, trying to get some understanding, because they have to be men to understand where he's coming from. And oftentimes when women don't see it within a cipher, within a realm, they have no clue on how to envision what he's talking about. Oh, well, I don't know what you're talking about. That's not how we move. We always, you're not a man. Okay? It's like me trying to empathize with you with minstrels. Okay? I can't do that. I don't know how it is to have a minstrel. Okay? So I'm probably not going to be very understanding of your mood swings all the time. You see what I'm saying? So people need to get better at understanding things that don't happen to them. That's key. Understanding things that don't happen to you. That goes for the men too. Yeah, she got an attitude because she on her menstrual cycle. But you got to understand where she's coming from. Even though you've never experienced it before in your life. You got to understand where she's coming from. And women really got to get better at that, because women are so, when they don't happen to them personally, they give you a whole bunch of anecdotal stuff. Oh, well, that didn't happen to me. Well, that ain't what. Well, I know a situation where that's happened to you personally. But you need to relate to stuff that you haven't ever seen before in your life. Anyway, enough of the preaching. I feel for this brother because they ain't gonna never understand where he's coming from. Let's go back in.
Wow. Ain't nobody gonna eat. Like, I'm gonna eat the whole thing.
I need at least 3.
Oh my god.
How you just come up with that?
This is so exciting. I cannot believe you whipped this up in 30 minutes.
All right, so how did your task go, Mo?
It went deep.
Oh.
Good though. I don't know about resolve, but definitely communication.
Yeah.
I think it left us in a better place than where we started, for sure.
So our task was to do some what ifs, and I had to answer them, but I also hit them with some what ifs.
No,
some
it
what
was
ifs.
the
But it was
same
usually,
thing.
they said it was the same question.
Over and over
10
and over.
different ways.
About
I don't know why.
Hold on,
gosh,
hold on.
you kept it.
Hold on.
I got
As you
receipts.
guys called receipts.
Receipt, yeah.
I have the receipts.
Okay.
Okay, what if your significant other disagreed with the amount of time you spent calling Mo? What if Mo asked you all to back off? What if we moved out of the country?
And you were not accessible. So the whole thing is don't contact Mo.
Right.
These are all Sammy? How many
What
did you
if?
write?
How long you know me?
Oh, your life.
Have you ever put anything at my doorstep?
No.
I don't think that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's a horrible example.
Yeah.
He knows if he needs me, I'm there, and vice versa. We just don't.
Yeah, we just don't.
We
But
just
that's
don't.
y'all though.
I talked about the situation that happened maybe 3 weeks ago with Connie as it relates to a real estate deal.
Oh, the letter?
Yeah, and I saw you typing the thing in the bed, and I was just like, that ain't our issue.
I'm surprised. I didn't know that this was an issue right now. Connie reached out to me for some, really just venting, and I said, no, I'll do it. Let me do it, because this is what you're doing is not working.
But I ain't never been in bed writing a letter for that
What's the
one, that
difference
one, or
is
this
what I'm
one.
saying. It wasn't the middle of the night. It was the afternoon.
It was days. It took
We were
y'all weeks.
talking about-
No, it wasn't. You went in that office of yours. I'm not gonna do this.
I don't know what a
love you.
landlord letter has to do with.
Connie problem ain't my problem. No, none of
It's
them
not
people's
your
problem is my
problem.
problem.
But it's my,
But
okay.
when it takes time out of me, it is my problem. It's anything on you. You don't get it. You just don't get it.
Wow. Let me say this real quick. I probably feel sorry for the bride more than anybody. Okay? This young lady here has everybody pulling on her pants leg. Can you do this? Can you do that? I need your time. Why are you writing a letter for them? Can you do this report for me? I need this. I need that. She is definitely a nucleus in her family. And it's always a problem when a nucleus is trying to find a relationship to be in. Now, he moves differently. His family, and he cut him off, and he don't ask for nothing, and he don't give nothing. I think he has a philosophy of being self-reliant, self-sufficient, whatever. But he needs his woman to be there for him. He requires her time. He don't require none of his family, but he requires his woman time. In my opinion, he tripping. Okay? In my opinion, he tripping. He shouldn't be worried about his girl writing a letter for someone else. He probably was ready to have a nightcap and close out the night, in a nice little adult way. Okay? And here she go in the other room typing up a letter for some chick he ain't even really feeling like that. He like, look, I had a good day. I had Luther in the background and you up here typing away in the other room. What's going on? Messed up my whole night. But I think he tripping. I mean, how many landlord letters is she gonna have to write? Relax, bruh. This is why I feel the most sorry for her. He is the type of guy who will shut off his family, but all of that energy and attention will go on the woman that he is with. So he'll get rid of the time with his family, but whoever he's with, this is why it don't bother him to even work with her. They spend all day together, at work, at home, because she is making up for his time lost with his family. What he needs to do is, while she's typing up a letter for her friend, he needs to call his daughters and reconnect with them and talk with them and continue to build their bond. He needs to call his sister, see what she's doing, okay, and continue to build a bond with her. And then once she's done, she's done with the letter, they can both come together and then enjoy each other. This brother needs to manage his time better, okay? He's a master at managing his time with the food. He cooked a gourmet meal in a half hour, okay? But he haven't figured out the relationships time management yet. Okay, he needs to figure that part out. Let's go back in.
So it seems like there's a amount of accessibility that I'm not willing to go into a marriage with. I'm just not gonna have everybody pulling at my lady.
But like, for some reason, you do not like me. I think the problem from your point of view, oh, Connie's just calling Monique with her problems. Connie just this, Connie just... You don't understand that it goes both ways. This is my sister. This is what we do for each other. We lean on each other.
Show that love for each other. That's what I understand. I wish I had that love with my sister.
You know,
Y'all got personal issues.
But let's get y'all personal.
It's real.
You're not about to lie.
We don't have a relationship.
You got issues yourself.
Because you got issues.
You got issues yourself. Same reason as you.
Switch these with
You're
them.
the
Switch
40-year-old
with them.
version of her, okay?
Yeah,
y'all got
thank you.
issues of y'all
over
own
here.
that y'all need to handle.
Hey, come here,
And
come
y'all,
here.
I
Go with
cannot
her.
play like this.
He said everything he wanted to say.
She ain't
about
having
his
peace. She
mother.
making up
She
stuff,
can't say what
y'all.
she wants to feel.
That real play and childhood, how upbringing.
She was born with a silver spoon in her mouth. Don't tell me she wasn't done right.
That don't mean
It doesn't.
I can't sit right here because I want to be close. I want to be close with my family, and this.
I understand.
That's not going to satisfy every last one of my
Well, he
needs.
don't know that, Kiara. That's why we here, because he got some stuff that he got to work on. He doesn't understand that. He feel like as long as he's providing for y'all and giving to y'all, that's how he shows y'all love. He don't
Well,
get
that
that you
ain't
just need a
love.
hug sometimes. But I understand that, and that's what we trying to get
That
him to
ain't
see this
love
week.
to me.
I agree. And like I said before, I feel the most sorry for the bride. This brother, he needs to manage his time with his family. His daughters is crying out for attention. It ain't just about money. It ain't just about being spoiled. Yeah, he takes care of them financially, but throwing money at them ain't all they need, bruh. You need to call your daughters. You need to hug your daughters. You need to spend time with your daughters. I just spent time with my daughter, okay, from out of town. Had a blast, both me and her, okay? Spend time with your children. They're obviously needed. So instead of worrying about your girl writing a letter for her friend, you need to be spending that time, get a whole new understanding and say, you know what? All right, I'm going to let her do that. This is a good time for me to plug in with my family. That takes a level of maturity. I don't know what it is with him and his family to where he can't figure that part out. It's almost like he decided to shut that emotional side off of his family. Maybe his family hurt him in some kind of way. I don't know. That's kind of reaching though. As a man, he need to get over that part, especially since they're not on bad terms, he needs to plug in with his girls and or whatever kids he got, even his sister. So I'm gonna say it. He's mostly in the wrong in this situation. He could easily fix this by managing his time better with his daughters, especially, and not tripping because his woman, like, dude, you spend all day with her at work, at home, and she writes a letter for her friend for a moment and you bugging out about that. Get off of her breast, okay? And let her have a relationship with her friends and family while you plug in with yours. Okay? Get off of her chesticles, okay? Let's go back in.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Come on in.
Good morning. Good morning.
How are you guys?
Drained and kind of overwhelmed.
Monique, your body language is really this way. Do you feel like what's been happening is making a wedge in between the two of you?
Yeah, it certainly didn't help.
How did your task go?
I felt like it went well. It was the bringing together of the two sides that where the problem came in.
And like how?
I said if we move to another country,
Every question pertained to what if me and Mo are gone.
and so they took it to mean that I don't want you all around, which
That's actually how I took it too. Is that you want to move to another country because you don't want her time managed with nobody else. You want to hog and monopolize all of her, all of the time. You are using her to be your everything, okay? Relax, bro. Relax. Now you're talking about taking her out of the country? Are you that dependent on this woman? Relax. Okay? You're showing a lot of insecurities as a man. Okay? I thought her friend was not supporting of the relationship, but I see it's more of him. Okay? It's more of him. I thought that she was the type, and like I said, what I was saying wasn't about her. She was an avatar to me. But if he makes all this talk about going out of the country, he really wants to hog or practically own her life. He, you know, maybe not, maybe that's too strong, but because he can't do that. But you see what I'm saying? He wants a helpmate in the extreme way. What he needs to do is connect with his family. Let's go in.
I wasn't saying that.
What were you saying?
What if we limit the access?
Why do you think you want them to have not so much access?
Because I want something that's mine. Like I've always had to share.
I know, but you're not saying they're coming for your car. You're saying it's Monique they want.
Yeah.
Her time, her attention.
Monique's family. I don't know if they know their boundaries. She's not a dumpster. You can't just drop trash on her.
In a couple, what you want is for the couple to be the primary attachment. Now, when you have a childhood like yours, your attachment gets ruptured. So the two of you are kind of having some attachment issues. This is not the strongest bond for Monique. That's what Connie's doing. She's your primary instead of Sammy. And you actually perceive that and feel it and don't really like it because naturally we want our partner to be primary to us.
I do lean to her for things that I should be leaning to Sammy for. I just don't know that he's interested. And I wish he took some time to understand my experiences in life.
Monique is saying Connie's meeting a need that you're not meeting for her. Sammy, do you feel like you want more intimacy in your relationship, not just business partnership?
No, because I feel like the business partnership is intimacy.
But I just don't want that to be it.
There's this idea that couples have exactly as much intimacy as they can tolerate. And I get it. The reason it's hard to go there is because you're gonna have to go back to that place inside of you that is so hurt, where all those feelings are stored up.
Is that scary to you, to connect outside of work?
No, but it's risky.
Risky?
But you gotta weigh the risk and reward. What if you don't like what you say? What if I don't like what I say? What if I lose you?
It is.
Well, why are we willing to risk in business but not in personal?
Wait, where are you going?
Where are you going?
This guy don't want to cry on camera. But him and this getting up and leaving and not facing the realities is getting old. Bruh, have a seat, relax. But I get it. He is terrified of losing this woman. Why? Because he's made her his all. She's so up high on a pedestal, she don't even realize it. She's high on a pedestal with this guy. He cannot lose her. He wants something to himself. Why? Because he's never had something to himself. He's always had to share his time. He's always had to share his money, his success. He's always had to share his kids. He wants something that belongs to him. Now I know what some women are thinking. She not a slave. She not a slave. She can this, that, and the third. You can't own her. All this other stuff. I get it. But that's not even what he's looking after. He just wants someone he can depend on in this world unconditionally. And you will be surprised how many men feel this way, feel the same way as this guy. Why? Because nothing is given to us. Nothing is given to men. We got to earn everything. We can't have nothing practically to ourselves. Especially another person. We can't have our kids. The women break up with us and take our kids. Ask me how I know. We can't have family members. Family members betray you. Okay? We can't have friends. Friends are fugazi. You know, how many of us have them? Others come around when they need some money. Okay? A man wrote that. Okay? That's how we view friends. You know? So he wants something. He need. His woman is his therapy. And she shouldn't be. Don't get me wrong, she shouldn't be. But his woman is his therapy. His therapy pillow. His therapy teddy bear. Okay? It's like Linus and the Peanuts, right? Linus had this blanket. He always carried around with him. He couldn't be without that blanket. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. Linus in the Peanut Gallery, the Snoop and Charlie Brown. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Some people develop a dependency on an inanimate object, and I'm not calling her that. I'm just saying they develop a big dependency on it. It could be a teddy bear. It could be a blanket. It could be a woman. Okay? That's what he's dealing with right now. And the thought of losing her is painful to this guy. Painful. So he had to excuse himself so he can go outside and cry about it. Let's go back in.
You know, I knew that he would be there. When I got older, that changed.
Is there a limit to what we can do because it needs to be him?
No.
Because that's how he makes me feel.
Well, why are we willing to risk in business but not in personal?
Wait, where are you going?
Where are you going? Sam?
What? Oh,
Sammy,
You can't risk losing each other. Bro.
we're not gonna lose each
And we
other.
got something good. She wanted us to tear down like a whole. I was like trying to rebuild and hope that works. What if that don't work? You be like, I might not even want to mess with this dude no more. You may leave me.
I'm not gonna leave.
Monique, you can't say that. Let me say that's what you can't know. You can't.
I can't say that.
No, you can't, because you don't know what's under those layers, man.
Well, how can we
Like, we
stay
got
together if I don't know what's under there? We just gonna
Because
stay
we've
on the
been together.
surface?
Has it?
We just gonna stay on the surface? Sorry.
No, don't be sorry. Tell me what's going on.
I think Sammy's concern is that once we do the work, we may discover something that will cause us to not be together. It's like we've taken a lot of risks, a lot, but they've always paid off in our
There's
relationship.
different type of risk in the world, like those business risks. I know how to navigate through those risks. But we're going to enter in uncharted waters, and I think none of us know what's downstream.
When you say that, here's what I hear. I'm gonna have to go inside, and you're afraid that whatever you find there is going to ruin what you have. And what I want to say, Sammy, in terms of risk, is that the real risk is if you don't do it. You can start actually with your daughter.
Kiara's hard.
Why?
Kiara's me and a female version of me.
Well, maybe it's that you have all her same needs, but you disowned them.
Maybe you could be for her what you didn't have, what you needed.
Yeah, but that's weakness.
No.
That's not weakness.
It is. I wasn't weak.
No, you weren't.
No.
You were very strong.
Kiara's weak.
No, she's not. She's not. She's not.
I wasn't weak.
No, you weren't.
I'm so sorry.
Wow, this guy got some hidden demons about his childhood, and he's taking it out on his daughter. I don't want to say taking it out on her, but she's collateral damage because of it. And he has an unhealthy attachment to his bride-to-be. And let me say, his bride loved this chick. Loved this chick. She is a wife. She is wife material. He chose wisely. I understand why he don't want to share her. She is a superwoman. Okay? And I'm not talking about physically. I'm just talking about mentally, emotionally. She's there for everybody. Has a nurturing aura about herself. She's comforting him right now. Love this chick. I don't blame her for being super attached. It's almost as if she's playing a mommy role to him. I know that's a little twisted, y'all, but work with me. She's almost playing a mommy role to him. Like he never got mommy love. Okay? And he needs her to be his everything. This is why I say he has an unhealthy attachment to her, because he cannot afford for this to fail like his relationship with his mother probably did. I know I'm reaching. I haven't seen this before. I don't know if that's really it. But these are all my assumptions. And I could be wrong. But there's a reason why you develop these unhealthy attachments. And a lot of times it has to do with the lack of love from a mother who never instilled self-esteem in you, who never instilled love in you. Okay? He's obviously fighting some demons. And his woman is, and this is going to sound weird, his woman, his future wife, is the mother he never had. Digest that for a minute. Let's go back in.
But you were never weak.
Yeah, no.
And I know you know that deep down.
Yeah, just give me the task. Just give me the task.
The task is to be with Kiara and witness her. And now we know that you're going to be seeing her as you. And you're going to give her what you never got. You got this. And if you want, I can help you with that. I could be here for that if you want.
Yeah.
Okay, Monique, you are going to go with the rest of the family to a camp down the way. There's some activities, and you will also have your talk with Connie there that Sammy needs to be primary for you.
Okay.
This is what we're here for. This is why you came.
It's our own part.
You know how to ride a tricycle?
I feel like I do.
On your mark, get set, go.
Lean with it.
Come on. All right.
Get out of there.
Let's go.
I keep falling.
I knew that big brother coming here.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
We'll be back. Well, first, how are you?
Good.
You good? Mm-hmm. In my session with Tracy, I realized that in a relationship, your partner should be your primary, right?
Yeah.
Sammy has not been that for me. You are that for me. And as a result of that, I can accept responsibility for his resentment of our relationship. What should be reserved for him, I've leaned to you for constantly.
Yeah.
And anybody that doesn't even really know us but sees it, views it as some skewed thing.
Like we're just closer than we should be.
Right. And honestly, at this juncture in my life, you shouldn't be my person if I'm really going to get married.
Yeah, that was like a sword through the heart. Why? Because she is her everything. Okay? And now she has to get a life of her own. What? You're changing the rules? Now I have to get a life of my own? I'm not sure if I'm ready for this. Monique, love this chick. I love everything she's doing. Definitely a wife. Let's see how Connie takes it.
No, I get it.
You get what I'm
because
saying?
I've shared with you that I've dated and guys have said the same thing, like it plays a part in both our life.
I want to at least try to give that role to somebody else.
You need to just learn to turn to him before you turn to me, and turn to me if you need to and when you want to.
Right.
Kudos to Connie. A real freaking friend. A real one. That's how I know she's a real friend. She's not using Monique as a crutch. She really wants her to be happy. So Connie gets passing grades from me. Monique get flying colors from me. Passing grades. Good job, ladies. Let's go in.
Hi. Hi, Kiara. I'm Tracy. Come on in. Hi, Sammy.
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
Good. Thanks for coming in. You know, we've been doing work. And one of the things that is sort of coming out is that you have a yearning to meet your dad on more of a heart level. But, and since that's something that you've been asking for, I thought maybe to give you a chance to talk to your dad and ask for what it is that you want from him.
I guess to be able to talk to you more freely. I want the relationship that I remember as a little girl, you know?
What did you feel when you were a little girl that you don't feel now?
You know, hugging my dad and feeling the love, but like,
Right.
it's like now, it's like, I don't know if I feel that same love.
We were really, really close.
He was like, you know, the love of my life, because I knew he would always protect me, and, you know, I knew that he would be there. When I got older, that changed. You know.
Hug your daughter, man. Hug your daughter. Don't just hand her a tissue. Hug her.
Kiara, I think you did something at 16 that you think is wrong. And I knew when it happened. I said, come here, give your dad a hug. And your hug was different. It was at that very moment I knew something in your life had changed. You never hugged me the same after that.
Is that true?
Yeah, I mean, I really call myself finding love at a young age. So
then you got into some shame.
Yeah.
And you've never been able to come out of it with him.
There's nothing to be shameful about. You've never let me down. Never. You know, deep down inside, I go for you like I go for no other. And I love you. I love you so much.
I know you would like a hug, and I just feel like you can get it here. Okay? Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
You're at the very beginning of what your adult relationship is going to be. That's a whole world. And your dad needs you too. He has a lot of stuff from his own childhood that needed healing.
I love you, Kiara.
I love you too, Dad.
All right, the brother he get flying colors from me too. Top grades. The daughter too, and the therapist. Shout out to the therapist. She's doing her thing too. I'm liking the way this is going. I'm liking how everybody's healing and getting a new understanding. This is really, really, really dope to see such a turnaround. Let's go in.
Connie, I know I'm not imagining what you said to me.
I do think when you're married, y'all need to lean on each other. But I don't think that you can't have nobody else in your life that is special and close to you because you're in a relationship. That is silly to me.
Connie, I get it.
Nana, what is going on?
And then what happened?
Asked me what we talked about. And I explained to her what you were feeling.
Connie, did we not have an understanding?
She was hurt. She is hurt.
What I realized today was, if I'm going to marry this person, I have to be closer to him.
Is there a limit to what we can do because it needs to be him?
No,
Because that's how he makes me feel.
It's not about us. We could say it's family all day. At the end of the day, like, that's your relationship.
Oh, boy.
I literally every day.
I don't want you to be hurt, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? What's the matter? You were just talking about what was going on between you and Connie and everything like that. And
Is it Connie not understanding or both people not understanding?
it's my nigga as well, though.
We're right here. Let me. Where you at? In this room back here?
I believe so.
Come on.
Just when I was giving Connie flying colors and grades, you could tell I haven't seen this before. Here she go, backtracking and confusing things again. Look, I think she thought about the fact that she is going to have to find her own life now. So when Monique was talking to her, it was all gravy. But then she thought, okay, well, what am I going to do with my life? That's the part that caught up to her. And that's why she's backtracking. Because now she got to think, oh, damn, I actually have to get my own life now. And that's scary for her. But I'm not going to go all the way in on her. It's probably going to take some time to process. Probably going to take some time for her to figure out how she can do that. And that's probably not going to be an overnight thing where she has it all figured out. She's going to have to process this and figure out a different type of lifestyle to live. How about you get a man, Connie? You're an attractive woman. How about you get a man? Once you get a man, you'll understand that you need to spend that time with him and lean on him. That's what a man is for. She got her man, go get yours. The whole girlfriend sisterhood thing is over now. She graduated. Okay, she's in the doctorate class now. She's getting her PhD in life. Okay, you can't be held back all these grades. You gotta evolve. You gotta advance. Okay. I'm not saying that the groom is not without his flaws. He got some too. But he's making progress. You got to make progress too. Don't let him outlap you in progress. Okay? Let's go in.
We're going to go in here and talk right quick.
Oh, and let me say this. Shout out to her son. This young man is protecting his mother. He protecting his mother from everybody. I don't want Connie all alone like grandma, and her son is spectacular. A real awesome son to have. I had to say that. Let's go in.
It's been a long day. I feel like we're almost there. Mo and I have a lack of connection. We figured out.
We're both detached.
And so her attachment that she was looking for in me, she found in Connie. The person who fault it is mine or ours. If I had done my job and been the man that I should have been, we wouldn't be here having this conversation. Let me put it like that. So it's not on you, it's more on us.
Yeah, I 100% agree.
Before, I didn't feel like I could go to Sammy with stuff. Now I feel like, okay, the door is open now. So let me walk through the door.
Okay.
This experience, I really feel better than I have about us ever. I can't even say in a long time, like ever. For the first time outside of business, we are on the same page.
And it may not even be a good page, but we're on the same page. And
Right.
that feels really good. I didn't know I was hiding behind the business. I just didn't. I didn't know that you and Connie were so tight because you couldn't get that from me. And to hear today that I wasn't hitting the target was like enlightening.
And that was enough to get us to this point, but I don't think it can sustain us for a lifetime, definitely not a marriage. It's not enough. Marriages can't just be all about business.
But you seen what happened when we pushed through though.
Yeah.
So let's keep pushing. I really feel like I'm in a relationship now. We've never had a connection like this.
I've been missing you. I've been feeling so alone.
Love you. I'm so exhausted and I still gotta do payroll.
No, don't break the moment.
Okay.
We can't talk about payroll after we just kiss and have a moment.
I'm sorry.
What's up? No, we do it again.
I love you so much.
Not him knowing the assignment, but correcting her at this point. Shout out to Sammy, man. This dude is making hella progress. Let me tell y'all something. I will never fault you for not knowing what you don't know. I don't even fault myself for not knowing what I don't know. It's a lot of stuff I don't know. Okay? I will never fault somebody for what they don't know. I will only fault you for not listening to what you should know. Okay? That you have total accountability on. Let me say that again. I will never fault you for what you don't know, but I will fault you for not listening to what you should know. Sammy took the baton and this guy sprinted down the track with that baton. He is not playing. He is not trying to lose Monique. He has listened to every word that everybody has said. The therapist, Monique, everybody, his daughter, okay? I respect people so much who listen. The people I know I can't deal with is the people who think they know it all and don't want to listen to nothing. This ain't gonna work. Go do you. You too stubborn or stupid to listen, then do you. But people who listen, I have the utmost respect for y'all. And my man Sammy he hit the ground running, for real, with the baton. Hit the ground running. Shout out to Sammy. He came a long way in just a matter of a few minutes. Let's go in.
Entertain me, give me all of your love. It's so amazing, can't explain. It's like you come from above. I can't unsee it. Tell me you feeling how I'm feeling.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you guys?
Great.
Good.
Really?
Yeah.
Tell me more. Welcome to day 3.
I didn't think I would get what I needed, and I got more than what I needed.
Your willingness opens the door to growth and healing. That's how it works. How are you feeling, Monique?
I don't know if I'm at great, but I am feeling good and hopeful.
Good. So let's talk about the tasks. How'd your task go?
I don't know whether it's symbolic, but I stepped on the scale this morning, and I realized that since being here, I've lost 10 pounds.
No way.
What you did between Kiara and I was just like years of weight just taken.
Wow.
Finally, I saw her as no longer a weak person, because I think I looked at shame as weakness.
Right. The interesting thing, though, is that it really takes real strength to lean into that. And that's what this relationship needs, right?
Yes, yes.
Which brings us to your task, Monique. How'd that go?
I thought it went really well. When I got up from my conversation with Connie, I thought that we had an understanding. And then we got back home and
The bottom fell out.
it was like, she didn't get it.
Actually, the bottom fell out because she did get it. You know when people are getting it, when it starts to affect them on a deep level.
Yeah.
It just took a second. So then the bottom falls out because she knows, I'm not going to be able to be in the same relationship to Monique that I've been in with her all these years.
Right.
And again, it's how you know you're really doing it because the people around you are starting to make noise, right?
Right.
All right, you guys, so we're about to do the blessing ceremony. How are you feeling about the blessings?
Well, I don't know. My family hasn't, besides my son, hasn't been showing up at all, so I don't know what they're feeling, but.
It'll be okay either way, all right? I don't want to do the blessing ceremony. I wish it's a choice thing that we could to participate in this or not, but
Right.
I guess we gotta face it.
Hi, family.
Hello.
Hi. This has been a tough few days and an enlightening few days. We are here for our blessing ceremony.
Dee Dee, do we have your blessings?
When I first came, I had issues. One that was most concerning was the two of you setting healthy boundaries around your personal relationship. Since coming here, I've seen you all make a commitment to be a team outside of what any of us think. And so in terms of whether you all have my blessing, you have my blessing.
Thank you. Thank you.
Lex, do we have your blessings?
Coming into the house, I had concerns with communicating amongst everybody. And since being here, I feel like me and Mo were able to have that conversation that needed to be had. I'm pleased with where I stand now with you all. You have my blessing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Kiara, do we have your blessings?
Since I've been here, the cocktails was definitely a way for me and my sister to both get that one-on-one time with Monique. I have really gotten through with my dad. I do give you guys my blessing.
Thank you. Jamin, do we have your blessings?
I still feel like since day one, y'all issue is just keeping y'all business to yourself. As far as the blessing go, like, I already thought y'all was married, so y'all know y'all got my blessing.
Connie, do we have your blessing?
Well, when I first came here, I was hoping that, I could get some type of understanding from Sammy what our issues were. I just didn't know you guys had these deeper issues. Do you guys have my blessings? To be real, no.
Thank you. Miss Lathan, do we have your blessing, Ma?
Well, when I arrived here, my concerns were stepping back and taking time for the personal side of interacting with family, friends. And over the last couple of days, I thought that there was some growth, but I realized there's continued issues. That doesn't mean that in the future you guys wouldn't to strengthen your relationship. But in the moment, I cannot extend a blessing to enter into a marriage.
Okay.
A union between Monique and I is gonna happen. My attitude is join in, but join in at your convenience. I love everybody in this room. I apologize for anything that I've done in the past, present, or in the future. Blame my head, not my heart. I love you guys.
We've done work in the last few years, but not work like this. So I really do thank you for the role that all of you played.
I'm confused because I know I came here for one thing and I'm leaving wanting a total another, but I am relieved.
To be a true family, a lot of work is going to be required.
Big hug, y'all. Big hug.
Please,
big group
friend.
hug.
There's a saying, and I know, y'all, I have to say his name. The late, the great Kevin Samuels, right? He had a saying, but I don't think he came up with it. It's just something that he kind of coined a little bit, and that is, single women keep women single. Okay? And her friend is not ready to let her go. I hear all of this work about, oh, there's a lot of work to do, and I came here for this, that, and the third, and now I got to change my relationship with her in order for y'all to be together, and I wasn't really signing up for this. I can't give you my blessing. The mama is like, y'all got a lot of work to do. I don't know what else this brother could have done more. I really don't. He hit the ground running. Maybe he had the progress that they didn't get to see. I don't know. But just in this little bit, I've seen a whole bunch of progress in him. I like his closing statement. This union is going to happen. You can join us at your convenience. I probably would have said the same thing, you know. And whether you're ready or not, it's going to happen. Because I could tell you now, he ain't letting Monique go. He ain't letting Monique go for nothing. Whatever he got to do to keep his woman, he's going to do it. And I get it. It's funny, his whole side of the family is getting up to hug, do the group hug. Nobody on her side stood up to give the group hug yet. It's gonna take time. I get it. But, you know, hopefully they will catch up. But just keep in mind, single women keep women single, and the nucleus of the family is always the one who have the hardest time getting in relationships, because the satellites and the moons around them have all kind of problems with you changing their rotation over the nucleus. Okay, they have all kind of problems with you changing their orbit, their relationship. Okay, so let me know what y'all think about this. Y'all want to see another one, or you want me to go back to love goals? Talk to me, put it in the comments. I really would like to know. Hit the like, share, and subscribe. I'll catch y'all in the next one.